Live from Television Park in high definition, coverage you can count on. This is WJBF News Channel 6 at 5.
Hey everybody, I'm Brad Means.
And I'm Jenny Montgomery. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. The decision of which hospital will be built in Columbia County is now left up to the state. Commissioners voted to approve all 3 hospitals for the bid and let them make their case to the Georgia Department of Community Health. News Channel 6's Nicole Snyder has more now on why the commissioners voted this way. Nicole?
With multiple meetings, presentations, and work sessions, many thought the county was getting one step closer to making a decision. After last night's meeting, all 3 hospitals are back to square one. Doctors, university, and GRU will all have to go before the Board of Community Health in Atlanta to start the bid process all over again.
I think that the Columbia County Commissioners did a great job.
Health and wellness is at the center of Jody Lott's world. She's a registered nurse and owns Evans Rehabilitation Services with her husband. Lott says she's been following the hospital decision from the beginning. At the final work session, Lott voiced her opinion to the commission and explained why she thought University Hospital would be the best fit for the county, and she also attended last night's meeting.
I'm really glad that that was their decision to push it off, and they were very wise to recognize that had they made a decision, it really was not even theirs to make.
Commissioners are backing all 3 hospitals as they make their presentation to the Department of Community Health in Atlanta. But when it comes down to it, there is still a possibility a certificate of need will not be approved for any of the hospitals.
As a matter of fact, I think that's why there was not a lot of community support, because there are sections of Columbia County, there are commission districts 1 and 2 are very close to hospital districts.
Even if a certificate of need is approved and a hospital is chosen by DCH, there could be appeals made by the 2 other hospitals, and the decision could turn into a lengthy deal.
And if people don't like the fact that we have to wait on someone else to make the decision for Columbia County, then we need to contact our state representatives about that system.
The Columbia County Commission chairman says it will probably take up to 6 months for the hospitals to make their presentations to the state and to come back with a decision. Brad?
Nicole, thank you. Well, will more department heads need a little help with their budgets from Augusta commissioners? We've already told you about commissioners voting to exempt the sheriff's office from the required 2.4% budget cuts that all departments were supposed to make this year's budget fly. Now Marshal Steve Smith says the cut impacts his part-time building security officers. Now he says right now he doesn't plan to ask to be exempt from the cut like the sheriff's office got to do, but he says he may have to go back to the commission if he runs out of money before the end of the year.
You know, when we get down to the last quarter, we'll really start looking at the situation and seeing where we are and seeing if what we need to do to try to live within those constraints.
Do you think you might have to go back?
Again, it just depends on what happens between now and then.
Exempting the sheriff's office did put the city budget nearly $900,000 out of balance, and leaders are considering having a work session now to figure out how to fill that hole.
Opening some doors to picking up more debris after last month's ice storm. As we first told you yesterday, cleanup costs for the city are increasing by $4.5 million. But people in Summer Chase and other private communities are still waiting for service. The concern has been that FEMA may not reimburse the cost of cleanup on private property, something residents in Summer Chase don't understand.
Then why are we paying taxes if we're private? This may be a question out of the blue sky, but I feel like anybody who's paying property taxes, they deserve the right what everybody else has.
You pay the city garbage they come in, right?
We sure do.
But help is on the way. City leaders have approved picking up storm debris in private neighborhoods with the idea of requesting that FEMA reimburse for the cleanup.
Beginner bicyclist class kicks off this weekend. Confident City Cycling is a 2-hour course that will cover things like basic safety checks, how to fix a flat tire, and how to signal properly on your bike. It'll include a short trail or street ride. The wheel movement of the CSRA says they're behind this because confidence really is the key to safe cycling.
The point of the class is to reach out to them and give them the basic skills that they need to feel confident and comfortable, and just to help them get out there. And I think 99% of it is just getting out there and doing it, and having people who are experienced riders along with them hopefully will help them take that first step.
That class coming up 9 o'clock this Saturday morning at the North Augusta Riverview Park Activities Center. All you need to do is bring your bicycle and your helmet, and we have all the information on our website right now for you, WJBF.com.
Georgia Regents University may soon be under new leadership. According to a statement, Dr. Ricardo Aziz, the president of GRU, is one of 5 candidates being considered for a job as inaugural president of the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley. It goes on to say he's honored to be considered for such leadership posts and remains committed to the success of GRU.
Well, here we are, less than 3 weeks from the start of the Masters tournament. Hard to believe it, the biggest week for the city of Augusta and the entire CSRA. News Channel 6's Dion Guillory here now with a look at how folks are getting ready. Big time. Dion?
Brad, the city of Augusta is put on a worldwide stage every year during Masters Week. Businesses hope that when golf lovers aren't on the green, they spend some green with them. The countdown is on for Masters Week, and Say Shin is ready.
I want it to be wide open, of course, it's business weekend.
Shin owns several downtown hotspots, including Soy Noodle House. He's hoping the city's biggest week of the year translate to a boost to his bottom line.
Some years it is, and then, the economy, I think it kind of sloped it down a little bit, but I think, every year it's getting better.
The hotels and just some anecdotal evidence with the private home rental. Across the board, everything looks to be very positive.
Barry White is the president of the Augusta Convention and Visitors Bureau. He says although hotel bookings were later than normal this year, he doesn't expect anything different for Masters Week. He also says current cleanup from the ice storm won't affect numbers.
We're fortunate that tickets to that tournament are in such high demand. People will travel from every corner of the world to be here.
People say Shin is more than happy to welcome to his restaurant.
Bring money for us, bring money to the employees. That's what we're here for, is to work and make money. And the more we make, the more the city makes. So, of course, it's a win-win for everybody.
White also says everyone comes together for Masters Week to show a little Southern hospitality to our visitors so they know they can come back at any other time of the year. Back to you.
Dion, thank you so much.
That's right. Doors always open. Weather's always beautiful, isn't it? Year-round.